Hey, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. Another Bible book in 5 minutes. No, 4 minutes. Let's shoot for 4. Why not? We'll put a synopsis together. We'll give you a memorable verse and an application, all in 4 minutes. Are you ready? Here we go. Picture a marriage counselor addressing a couple who've grown cold and distant. Yet they keep asking, what's going on? How have we drifted apart? This is precisely how Malachi, whose name, by the way, means in Hebrew, my messenger. This is precisely how Malachi addresses God's people who have grown spiritually apathetic, yet remain oblivious to their condition. Let me give you a synopsis. Malachi was written around 430 BCE, before the era that we have now as an era of Christ. But Malachi is the last prophetic voice of the Old Testament before about 400 years of silence. And the book is structured around 6 disputes between God and his people. And it uses a rather unique kind of question and answer format. God makes a claim, and then the people respond with a question. They say, like, how? Or in what way? And God then provides specific evidence. Now, the disputes cover issues that include hollow worship, corrupt leadership, unfaithfulness in marriage, robbing God by withholding their tithes, cynicism about serving him. And then the book concludes with a promise that Elijah would come before the great day of the Lord. And it bridges that, for Christians, Old and New Testament space. Now, if I was going to give you a memorable verse from Malachi, I would choose Malachi 3, verse 10. It says, "Bring the whole tithe into the storehouse, that there may be food in my house. Test me in this, says the Lord Almighty, and see if I won't throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there won't be enough room to store it." This verse uniquely shows God inviting his people to test his faithfulness through their obedience. But it does more. It also says, see if there's not enough room to store it, because, or saying, I'll bless you where there won't be enough room to store it, because when God blesses you, he doesn't bless you to store it. He blesses you to give it away. So that brings this practical application. Malachi challenges us to examine our religious routines for signs of spiritual apathy. Are we just giving God our leftovers? The book calls us to an authentic worship, a faithful stewardship, and covenant loyalty in all of our relationships, first and foremost, our relationship with God. The book reminds us that when we serve God half-heartedly, he invites us to experience blessings that we only get with a wholehearted devotion. So, like a mirror held up to God's people, Malachi exposes the subtle ways we can drift from genuine faith into religious routine. And as the Old Testament's final prophetic word, it points us forward to the coming Messiah while calling us back to authentic relationship with God. May we hear its wake-up call and respond with wholehearted devotion rather than asking, what do you mean? That's why I made this your video thought for today.